What's going on? Thank you guys for being here. Happy Thursday to you all. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. I want to make sure you guys, Vero, thank you for being here. Bush Baby, thank you for being here. If you can hear me, can you please put a one in the chat so I can be sure? Hey, just Sarah. Okay, let me see. I see a one. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate it. Hey, She Love. Hey, Tanty, how are you? Bella B, thank you for being here. I said She Love. Hey, Connie. Hey, youngest. How you doing? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Jazzy, good to see you. So happy Thursday. We almost made it to another weekend. The first weekend of the year. So give yourselves a hand. I hope you guys can hear me clearly. I don't know what's been going on with my microphone here lately. Okay. So let me try this. Okay. Okay. So what's been going on the YouTube streets lately? Not much that I know of. But I was strolling through Lipstick Alley on yesterday and I saw something quite curious. Um, for a professional, it was like really quite alarming. Um, so, okay, that's gonna be my banner. So, there was an instance yesterday on Pizarro's channel where somebody let this intimidate them about something she has no idea about something that should not be fodder on the beef sector. But does two wrongs make a right? I'm concerned. Let's go. New York City Administration for Children's Services. So, are we gonna let somebody read us, and then we're gonna go to our community wall and pretend that we're concerned for a child and put up the telephone number for the children's services of that person's state? Is that what we're doing now? Uh, is that what we're doing as grown adults, pretending like we're concerned about someone's child when nothing of concern in that video happened to the child? But it's curious when something concerning was heard on the video. Since Pizarro said it was nothing, this person said it was nothing. But when somebody says some horrible words about her deceased child, we get a post about children's services on a community wall saying that they are concerned. I mean, what kind of bullshit is this? Exactly what kind of bullshit is this? To say that this person was a social worker and worked in children and family services, um, to get this in your emotions, in your feelings about someone saying words to you to say that you're going to try to take their child away for that reason, as opposed to the reasons where we heard questionable behavior going on with this child, is numbing. It's numbing. I would hate I would hate to have seen the way that they conducted themselves in a professional setting. I mean, this is YouTube, and we have a post about taking someone's child away. I mean, is this what we're doing now? Good morning, M. Renee. How are you doing? So, we're over here on YouTube. Instead of telling them what me and Pam would have told, uh, kiss my ass or something like that, instead of doing, what we know that she obviously did, we know that she obviously set up and she was crying in the car. But instead of doing that, they thought that it would be a good idea, actually thought it was going to be a good idea to put up a number for children and family services and say that they are concerned. Concerned about what exactly? Concerned that she said something distasteful to you, so therefore her child, you're going to let Big Worm get you to the point where you're talking about calling children and family services. I mean, I have literally seen it all from these alleged adults out here. So, hey, Queen 88, how you doing? Coco, how you doing? Outspoken One, how you doing? Oh my God, I am so glad you're talking about Dumb and Dumber. I couldn't even watch 3 minutes past those people that hit their panel, especially her. I don't know which her you're talking about. So, but it's curious. Another curious thing about that. Hey, detach myself. Good morning. How you doing? So, you're crying in the car. You're talking about calling children's services on somebody behind the distasteful words that they said, and those words were don't get me wrong. Those words were quite distasteful, but is that what children and family services is used for? Is that what they use for? Because it seems like a log out button would be easier to use than the telephone looking up the phone number for a CPS or ASC or whatever they call it in New York. It seemed like that would be easier to use the log out button. And then it's so curious. Where did this happen at? This happened on my bitch page, yo bitch's page. This is where it happened at, and it didn't happen once because this thing popped down after the first time she said it, and then she was allowed up to do a whole dissertation of rambled word salad, and then go into it again on your bitch's page. Mm, how curious, how interesting. This is also nefarious. I listened to this YouTuber. Oh, I forget her name, Queen somebody, and she says this phrase all the time. Oh, this is all so nefarious, and I love that when she says that. Hey Tony, how you doing? So yeah, this is what I saw on the YouTube streets yesterday. Hey Sophie, no Stephanie Rose, how you doing? So what do you guys think about that? Or you don't have to have any thoughts about it, but that's one of the things that I saw on the YouTube streets that I thought was quite crazy, really, really crazy. So, are we morphing into the ignorant sector now? Are we morphing into the? What it's my understanding that this person used to do this type of stuff all the time. Under the cover of darkness. So have the darkness come to light now where we're so emboldened that we're doing ignorant shit in the broad daylight on community pages now? Is that what's going on? Okay. You guys have no comment about that. I understand that some people will not speak on certain things, but I think time would be better spent getting a mirror and maybe even getting a life coach to teach you to do some affirmations to be secure within yourself. I think that it is really affirmation time for this person, and it's obvious that this person has zero self worth, and it's like really pathetic at this point that this person has gone to the extent of saying of putting this on a community wall. And let's be clear. This is a rallying cry. Whoever wants to join, this is a rallying cry. We're not confused that this is a rallying cry. Let's go. Who is the let's? Who's the let's? Where we going? To jail for making false claims? Where we going? To get our licenses snatched for making false claims against somebody? Where we going? Because are we so ignorant to believe that whole live wasn't already screen recorded and shelved? See, that's what some people do for a habit. So if it's deleted or if it's chopped and paste, I mean, there's no question about what this is. So this is ignorance. Okay, let me see what you got. Wow, it's too far. I was disgusted by the comments toward her, baby, but it's tapping into real life now. That's my point. Is exactly my point. Good morning, Kings Mina. These folks are crazy. I definitely agree with that. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Who this is so nefarious. Queen, I don't know how to say her name, but she does news and she is so good. If you um If I have time, I'm going to post her link in the back as well. So I want to go on to this news that I have. Now, I've been talking a lot about Taraji P. Henson and how I felt about Oprah shorting her on her pay. So it was reported last night, and this is why I really had these dance figures up here, because it was reported last night that 50 Cent has come through and offered Taraji a contract. So I think it's time for Taraji P. Hinton to celebrate because 50 has come through and said that he doesn't like how they did Taraji wrong in underpaying her, and he has offered her a contract. He offered her either if she wanted to be on one of his shows, that as he does have a show that's set to come out, or if she wants to do movies with him, and he will make sure that she is paid appropriately, so she will be the one singing this song, and better be able to live according to the standards that her acting prowls prowls or prowess brings to uh, film and TV. She will be compensated according to her work and her value, and it just won't all go in billionaires' pockets. So, what do you guys think about that? You guys, hey, Truth and Reason, how are you? Hey, Reed, what's going on, girl? Oh yeah, Taraji P. Hinton, he wants to be her manager, and he said that he will actually manage her and make sure that she gets the money that she is worth, and she doesn't have to deal with the likes of Oprah or Tyler again. So I thought that that was a good announcement because it really disturbed me. 50 underpaid ghosts. He needs to stop. Underpaid ghost. He needs to stop. Okay, I didn't know that. Well, he's offering this woman a lot, a fair contract. I don't know exactly what the numbers are, but he says he wants to offer her a fair contract for the caliber of actress she is. A black man looking out for his black woman. Excellent. Exactly. Okay. Good morning, Rhonda. How are you? 50 better not have Taraji in the in the surviving Diddy. I don't think so. I think it's one of his planned projects that he had. So did you see that behavioral arts video on the Oprah Taraji footage? No, can you want to come up and tell me about it? You're more than welcome to come up and tell me about it because I'm not familiar with it. But no, I haven't seen that. Yeah, so that's those are two of the things that I wanted to talk about today. So don't seem like you guys have much to say about either of those topics, but if you want to hit the link and if there's something that you saw that I may not have seen, I'm not really up on or interested in that. Okay, you're taking a walk. I'm at work. I'll tag you. Oh, okay, you're at walk at work. Okay. Good morning, Miss Diva. I absolutely love 50 type of petty, regardless of what folks thinks about him. He has put more black actors on a payroll than a lot of these so-called black elite bigwigs. Say that, Miss Diva. And he is compensating them fairly. It's my understanding that he has a lot of people on his payroll and he does actually pay them fairly. Okay. Well, Connie's at work. Okay, here's She Love. Hold on. Let me put my banner up. Oh, that one's not big enough. Hey She Love, how are you?
Good morning, Ronnie. How are you today?
I'm great and yourself.
I'm good. I have a quick question. My daughter has this pit, and this is totally off the sector topic, but I do know that you are a fur baby lover. My daughter
Mm-hmm.
has this pit bull, and he was 8 years old on 8 or 9 years old on New Year's Day, and we haven't taken him to the vet yet. My husband is going to take him on Saturday. We got him on appointment for Saturday. but he has been having excessive diarrhea, and his coat has kind of like changed, and all of a sudden all these things has happened. He does spend part of his time outside because he's a large dog and he's an outside dog. But what's your belief on Google lifespans or projected lifespans of dogs? And the reason I say Google is because my daughter, she's like, well, maybe it's just time for him to transition because the lifespan is only 8 to 12 years, and I haven't been the best dog mom and all that kind of stuff. So we're all kind of like panicking and stressing out because he has been a part of our family for 8 years, 9 years.
So, does what type of food does she feed him, and does she regularly feed him food table scraps?
My husband, he does it here and there, but his main diet is dog food. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I forget the name of it, but my husband was saying that the other night he gave him some stir fry or something that he had, and
Okay. See. Okay. Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
See, that's one of the first lines to figure out what's wrong with your dog, because you may think that it's innocent. Dogs cannot eat onions; that it will make them sick. Things like grapes and things like that. That's unsuspecting that can make them sick. Different type of seasonings on foods can make them sick, and it's just not good for their overall health, and that can really mess with their stomachs. Now, does he go to the vet regularly? And is he up on his shots and deworming and stuff? Because
He
he could
has
have parasites.
okay. Now I'm gonna have to ask my daughter that because I don't even remember the last time she took him to the vet. I know it was a shot call, but I can't recall that. He's not my personal dog. He's just a dog that's
Hmm.
there, but he's my daughter's dog.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to ask her that to see exactly when if he is updated or not.
Yeah. And like I say, it could be parasites because that's something that you want to make sure that he doesn't have, and at least get him checked twice a year. And it's good to make
Okay.
sure that your dog goes to the vet twice a year for just their wellness check and any shots that they need to be updated on. And if that's an issue, a lot of states and cities have low cost vets that have a cheaper price where you can get these things done. Some of cities have mobile vets and things like that, where
Hmm.
they have a van and they come out and it's an actual vet in the van, and they do all the checkups and stuff, and it's less costly than going to a vet. So if cost is an issue for your daughter,
Hmm.
I would tell her to check on that. And she can call a regular vet and ask if they have a low cost vet, or she can call the Humane Society or any dog pound in your area to see if they have one in your area.
Okay.
And
Okay.
definitely keep the dog away from table food. Find a good food that your dog will like, not full of different fillers and things like that. And
Hmm.
try to not change the dog food frequently. Uh,
Okay.
how is your dog's teeth?
You said
How is
change
the
it,
dog's
or
teeth?
did you say change it or not change
Don't
it? Don't
change it.
change it.
Do
Okay.
not change it regularly, but change it if it's not a good caliber of dog food. I mean, a lot of people go buy those cheap bags of food because it's less expensive, but I find it better. I have two little small dogs. One weighs 25 pounds and one weighs like 8 pounds. But
This is a
I
big
always,
dog. He's a pit bull. He's a big, husky, strong pit bull,
yeah, so you're
solid as a
buying big
rock.
bags anyway.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're buying big bags anyway. So yeah, I would check his diet. When is his vet appointment?
It's Saturday, and I'm asking you because I'm just the human aspect of me. I was never in
Hmm.
agreement with with her getting the dog because I just felt like she was too young
Hmm.
at that time. And but my husband allowed her to get it, so he's half doing what he's supposed to do, and to see him sick like that, it just bothers my spirit. So I'm like, I'm about to ask Ron the Q or Miss
Hmm.
Toby or somebody that's familiar with dogs that I trust to see, you know, or try to get a better understanding because I'm just an extended family member, if that makes sense, because I'm not really a
Right,
dog
right.
person, but I can't stand to see him sick like that. I do have a heart.
Has he been throwing up?
He's been throwing up for, he was in the house 2 nights in a row. Then night before last, we skipped and we let him back in tonight, and he did it again. So that's 3 nights that we have witnessed. I don't really know what happens in the yard because I have a lot of debris and
Right.
grass back there, and I just haven't
Well,
taken, not grass but leaves, taken the time to just really go out there to search to see if he's
mhm.
doing it outside on the ground. But obviously, I could see it when he's let inside of the house.
Well, Blue Buffalo, somebody's telling you Blue Buffalo is a very good
Buffalo?
food for
Okay.
them. Blue Buffalo. It's a little on the pricier side, but it is a good
Mhm.
dog food. And I would suggest, and like this person said, stir fry is mostly grease, and it doesn't sit good in the dog's stomach.
Okay.
But I would definitely not give him any real food. I would only
Okay.
give him dog food until he goes to the vet, and
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna want to do some blood work to see what's wrong with him,
Okay.
and these are some of the things that they're gonna ask you. You might try science diet dog food. Emma Renee said,
Okay.
yeah, but
Science
it
diet
is
or blue
important.
buffalo.
He needs more solid food, so it is important that you make sure that his bowls are clean. And I would get I mean, the vet may recommend, uh, a stool sample. So
Mhm.
if I were you, when I go to the vet, I would have a most recent stool sample with me
Okay.
already
Okay.
because they're gonna want to check for worms. So I would take just so you don't have to
Okay.
take a whole turd, just like a little piece in a piece of
Okay.
plastic in a plastic bag, and they can do that. So
Okay.
unseasoned chicken, okay, unseasoned chicken. Tim Tim Blaine, he Sweeney doesn't eat any dog food. Sweeney only eats he cooks his dog food, and
Okay.
there's a whole lot of natural dog foods that's stored in the refrigerator. They come in sausage loaf. I forget the name of them, but the only problem I have with that is it's not hard food. So you may, and I
I'm
remember
just
some
trying to
when I had.
educate myself because
Mhm,
he and she, they are such procrastinators. They are definitely blood related all day, husband and daughter.
mhm.
And I'm just trying to educate myself because I don't know anything about dogs. I mean, you shouldn't, that dog shouldn't even be here, but he's been here nearly 10 years now. So I've
And,
never seen him like this, and it's just troubling me.
yeah, and it makes you feel for them because they can't tell you what's wrong with them. And also,
Exactly.
the thing about their nutrition, you will notice a difference in their coat. Their coat gets thin, and they may shed a whole lot more, and they like ashen color to them. Yeah,
Yes,
because
he's
when I
turning
first got.
brown. He was a black dog. Now he's becoming like brown.
Hmm. When I first got my dog, my little dog, I bought it from a couple, and they were getting rid of it because they small kids, and her coat was so thin you could see her skin all the way through. And I was like a month later, all of her undercoat had grown in, and you couldn't see any hair, and it was just like miraculous. And it like the nutrition that they're getting is really, really important. But so a lot of people are saying unseasoned chicken, like in different grocery stores. I think even Walmart carries that refrigerated food. So if you change his and you got to stick with it. They're not going to want, if you change their food, they may not eat it right away. They're
Hmm.
dry dog food, and you can supplement it. You can put some of those little not fancy feeds, the dog kind. The little square tins that's wet dog food. I wouldn't put any Alpo or anything like that. But what is it called? Oh my
I forget
God, I
the
can't
name of
think of
this
the name of
food.
it.
I know it's not extremely expensive. It's in a yellow bag. But I don't know the name of it. But he has eaten that since she's had him. So
In a
um
yellow bag. Hmm. It's not the no Purina or nothing,
I
is it?
think it is. It may be Purina. It's not Alpo or Gravy Train. I know that, but
No, you at least want to go up. And I heard that there was an issue with Iams dog food in about they had an issue with Iams dog food, but I would definitely go up to a next level from that.
okay,
I
I'm
would
gonna try
definitely
that
go
Blue
up a next
Buffalo.
level.
Okay,
But
okay,
try blue buffalo. Just get a big
okay.
bag, and if they don't eat it, put a little of that wet dog food. What is it called? It comes in the little square tins, and mix it in there on top of it to
Is it
lure
Caesar?
the
Well,
dog
that's
to it. Little Caesars,
is
yes.
it
Get
okay?
a little Caesars and just stir it in there with it so it gets all over the dry dog food, and that usually will make
Mhm.
them uh, attract
Okay,
to the food. So get the blue buffalo because that's
okay,
one of the best dog foods that's on the market.
okay.
As far as I know.
Thank you so much. Like I said, I'm not a dog person, but to see him like that, just see it just broke my heart. And I'm like, y'all are no help. Y'all should have left him where he was. He was fine apparently before y'all got y'all hands on him. And they
Now
just such procrastinators.
you have one person there saying Saturday is too long to wait. Boiled rice and
Saturday,
chicken
boiled
is
rice and chicken.
no. They saying it's too long to wait. So at least
Okay.
Thursday, Friday. Well, it's only 2 days. I don't know what time Saturday, but if you want to try no season on the rice, no nothing in the. I mean in the chicken, and break it up and stir it up together and give him that. Try that. But does he have an
Okay.
appetite?
The last when he was fed yesterday, he didn't eat all of his food. My husband said he didn't eat all the food. So
Yeah,
and it
but
was his regular food. He ate some
mhm.
of it, but not all of it. And he's a greedy dog. He tends to eat all of his food in a matter of moments. So that is also an indicator that he's probably not feeling his best.
Yeah, that is definitely an indicator. So a lot of people are saying that try the unseasoned chicken. They can
Okay.
eat rice and peas. You can mix some rice and some peas in there with it. The unseasoned chicken, because that's basically what that soft dog food is that they sell already. Ready to sell. And a lot of people make their own dog food. They put cheese in, I mean chicken, and they have some type of meal grain that they add, but I would just try the rice and chicken, something to, try to get something on his stomach. But thank God that, okay, you can also put pumpkin for dogs in there for digestion issues. Very good.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Ronnie Q. I thank you for allowing me to have this segment, but I had to reach out to a live person because Google it will make you go down this desperate,
Yeah,
depressing rabbit hole. And I'm like, I got to ask somebody that I feel like really knows. And thank you, chat, for the suggestions. I really do appreciate it. And
now
I'll update you on it.
somebody said thank you, I appreciate that. Somebody said I only feed my dog uh that's a Yorkie Terrier Blue Buffalo, and he's had a lot of digestive problem before they put him on Blue Buffalo. Before they put him on that. So
Before,
yeah.
okay, okay.
So
All
it
right. And
seems
that's what
like
I was trying to
Blue
tell my daughter.
Buffalo
I'm
was
like,
the cure.
he's getting older, but she don't know. She's a child, her freaking self. she he's getting older, and he's gonna probably have a different level of care, just like a human would be. He's 8 years, 9 years old. That's kind of up there for a dog. But
Well, that's not what I don't know how. I didn't Google how long you said between 8 and 12 years they usually
I
live.
think it's at 8 to 12 years for pit bulls. Yeah,
That that's a short lifespan. So you got to look at for each year they are in dog years.
7 years.
You yes, So yeah, so he is like a senior or on the cusp
Okay,
of being a senior. So he's right at being a senior. He's not like
okay.
so. he's an older dog, but he's not like a senior dog. So I
Right.
don't know at what age do they consider them seniors. But he's not. Like my dogs, they can live to like 18 years old and things like that.
Okay.
But yeah, just try that if you're not gonna get the blue buffalo. And I don't know if the vet is gonna tell you that he needs to be on soft food, like his like you know how your stomach, like you have to eat
Mhm.
soup for a couple of days until your
Mhm.
stomach gets better. You know, if the lining or I don't know. So yeah, I'm
Because it's
glad you're going to the
definitely
vet.
extremely soft and liquefied. So that's also an indicator that, he's possibly sick. It's like it's a diarrhea. So
Hmm.
that's what the stooling looks like.
Oh, I feel so bad for you. Now, how old is your daughter?
My daughter, she is 19.
Uh huh.
She's 19, but we've had him since she was like 10. And just trying to raise her with the dog. And my husband, he works a lot. So, I didn't appreciate him even getting the dog for her because I did not want to ever have to take on the torch of the charge. So now my daughter, she's gone back to school now, and I'm left with this problem, and I don't really know what to do. So
Now, Aisha says that she uses Hill Science Diet. I know they usually sell that in the vet. I know my vet sells it, but I'm not sure if they sell it. I'm pretty sure they may sell it other places. Aisha, do they sell it other places than just the vet? But I've heard of people using Hill Science Diet as well. So
okay.
you're gonna have to make the choice based upon your price point and talking to
Mhm.
the vet about what's
Okay.
because some dogs do develop digestive issues, they develop joint issues, they develop these things as they get older. And his setup outside, I don't know if you live in a cold climate, they get arthritis, they get all these types of things as they age, just like humans do. So it's very important to have him when he's outside, to have a shelter for him
Mhm.
with a door on it, especially if it's cold or if
Okay.
it's getting rain, so he can be sheltered from the rain. And it's also very important to have some type of rug or some. They sell
Okay.
the mats on Amazon that you can put in dog houses that don't get moldy or anything. But it's very important to have some
Yeah,
type
because
of
he has
bedding
like his
there.
little in the house rug, and he only wants to lay on that rug when he's let inside of the house. So I,
Hmm.
I can understand that. Well, thank you so much, Rennie. I really appreciate you, and thank you, Miss Rennie's chat. That gave me a little sense of relief because I've really been feeling really bad about this dog.
Oh, I understand. I mean,
Yeah,
because when your dog's not feeling good, you just be like, "Oh, what's wrong?" I understand.
yeah. It's like a sick baby, so
Hmm.
because they can't talk to you. But you have a great day and enjoy the rest of your show. Okay.
You as well.
All right. Bye bye.
Okay. Can I go up and read your comment? They can live longer and with proper care. Is that the comment that you said? I'm in Brown. Let me see. She doesn't have to take a stool sample. They would get a sample from his anal glands. Oh, I just yeah. She doesn't have to, but like when I know like it's that time to take them to the vet, and if I'm gonna have them do that test, I always just take a little stool sample, the freshest one. Like if they go, I try to get them to go right before they get to the vet because I know for sure they live in their stools because the worms are usually in the stomach and the intestine area. I'm not sure about the anal glands, but my dogs never have like a lot of stuff in their anal glands either. So I know some dogs get real bad anal gland problems and have a lot of things that come out of their anal glands, but my dogs, thank goodness, they don't have the anal gland. Yeah, the freshest stool sample. Who was that? She power forward. Yeah, sure you take the freshest stool sample, or if you can't get one before you go to the vet, yeah, they will put a little Q-tip or a little probing thing up there and get it themselves. But that's why I try to take a fresh one because I don't want them violating my male dog or my female dog. 5 days diarrhea, no vet. I'm appalled. Good morning, Ebony Diamond. Good morning, Choreo Lover. Okay. Okay. Hey, UNC girl, what you doing? Okay. No, it was the one about ticks. She needs to check him for that as well, since they're leaving him outside untreated and probably untreated yard. Vomiting and diarrhea are some of the symptoms. Thank you, Almond Brown. That is a very good point because my dog is not an outside. My dogs are not an outside dog, and it's very important to make sure that their flea and tick program is up to date because if they have a tick on them, it can cause Lyme disease and what's that other one? Red Rocky Mountain fever disease and all that type of stuff in your dogs as well. Just 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay. She Love. That's who her name is. Okay, what color is the vomit? That's interesting. She can give him a raw egg to coat his stomach. Okay, I didn't know that either. If she doesn't know the last time the dog has been to the vet, I'm sure the dog isn't up on vaccination. If he's had a Banfield Pet Hospital in her area, they have cheap pet insurance that covers that. That's good information. Once the dog's throwing up, natural pumpkin puree works best. Would inject a hydration meds underneath the skin. How would you do that? I I have seen dogs left outside in cold weather in a ratty tatty dog houses with no cover. It's just like I cannot believe some people leave their dogs outside in dog houses in snow. I understand. I don't believe inside or outside dogs. Too much stress. I Okay. Yeah, make sure he definitely has plenty fresh water and his bowls are clean and everything. It sounds like I, uh, it's Choreo Lover. You want to hit the link? Okay, anybody can hit the link if you guys want to offer her any more advice because she can deem from what your experiences were with your pets and maybe she can get something for it. He's not vomiting; it's his bowels. He has diarrhea. Oh, the vet will inject it. Okay. If it's yellow in bowels and he need immediate medical attention. Okay. My chihuahua would kick my ass if I put him outside. I know. I mean, I'll tell you, these little dogs are something else. And it's always the smallest dog walk around and boss around the bigger dog. Like it was like that when I had my first Shih Tzu. She was the run of the litter, and she would totally boss around my Lhasa Apso, who was about 25 pounds, and now my 7 pound dog bosses around Rascal. It's like She's something else. So let me put my banner up. Aisha,
Happy New Year.
Aisha, Happy New Year. Hold on, let me get Choreo. Choreo lover.
Hey, boo.
Hey, how you guys doing? I'm gonna take you
Oh,
first, Aisha, since you came first.
well, good
I'm,
morning,
I'm gonna be.
Aisha.
Good morning, Coriel. So real quick, you see, I keep putting in the chat. Chat pumpkin works. Get a can of pumpkin. Put like 3 tablespoons on top of his dry dog food, and that's definitely gonna settle his stomach. Get his water from the refrigerator, or get the gallon of water that they have at the store, because it could be something in the tap water that's also affecting him. And I agree with Almond. Check his skin to make sure there's no ticks or fleas, because I don't know what part of the country that she's in. If she's in a part of the country where the weather is getting cold, then it's not a tick or flea issue. But if she's not, then it could be a tick or flea issue. But 5 days is too long. He's definitely dehydrated, so he needs to go to the vet as soon as possible, just so they can give him an IV to get him hydrated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
that's
pets
a
live a long time. When I say pit bulls are my favorite breed, they are, because they are amazing dogs. I had to give them away when my brother moved in, because the state wouldn't
No,
allow them
no, no,
to
no.
be here with AIDS, with him having home health aides coming in, even though my daughter get home health aides. So I don't know, but so we had to give them away. But that's my favorite breed, because they are good dogs and they live a long time if you take good care of them, and they will protect you if you take good care of them. Um, so yeah, that yeah, and I would bring him inside because he's not feeling well. I wouldn't leave him outside. I would bring him inside so I can see him.
yeah. My dogs they don't drink faucet water. My dogs won't even drink water from the day before. It's
Mm-hmm.
like they'll go to the water bowl and they'll look at it and they'll look at me like, "Hey, I want some water.
Mm-hmm.
Change my water." I'm serious. I'm just
They
serious. They
do.
just won't drink it.
I believe you
Yeah,
100%.
me
I have
too.
a poodle right now. I've never heard a dog whine for water. If her water bowl goes in empty, ain't nobody getting no peace in this house. We know that we got to keep her with water around the clock. So
Yes,
yeah,
heartworm meds and the flea and tick
and flea
meds
and tick meds.
monthly.
Yep,
Mhm,
yep,
and
and
the
by mouth.
heartworm meds. Yes, yes. So
Absolutely.
there is just some monthly upkeep that is automatic, and that's the heartworm and that's the flea and tick medication, and that's just monthly stuff that you must do.
You have
And also
monthly man. Yeah.
now, my monthly maintenance also, well, I don't have to buy it every month, is that gel toothpaste and that add, additive that I put in their water. It helps reduce doggy breath and it helps prevent plaque buildup in
Hmm.
addition to the gel toothpaste I use. Okay, and they also
I
have
use the
some
Arm& and
little,
Hammer for that. Arm& and Hammer has a dog toothpaste with the bristle brush, so you can really get up in the gums. Yeah.
well, I use that Tropiclear, and I don't have to brush nothing. I remember when I first tried it, Rascal had dark teeth up by his gum lines, and I was like, that ain't gonna clean this. And then we was in the car one day, and he had his mouth open, and I realized he had it like on the underside of his teeth, he had a lot of darkness under there too. And girl, it
Uh,
was like a month later, and we were riding in the car, and he was sitting there with his mouth open. His mouth was totally white under the underside, and then I pulled this thing up, and his fangs and stuff totally white from that Tropi Clean toothpaste. You just take it, put a pea drop size on your finger, and you just rub it across their teeth, and then the roughness of their tongue when they start licking their mouth is the roughness that help brush their teeth. You don't have to put no toothbrush in their mouth. You don't have to do any of that. So
can you
go
put
ahead,
the
Corey.
Amazon link for that in the chat, or a
Okay,
link for that in the chat? Because
okay.
that sounds a lot easier than what I'm doing. I be having to hold heads and be still and don't
Mhm.
move
You don't
and
have to
you
do
stretching.
any of that.
Yeah. Okay, please
Corey
do.
Lover, what do
I'm
you
gonna
want
drop
to
down.
add?
Thank you for having me, Ronnie Q. Because I got my baby getting her
Uh
out from
huh.
school. Okay, bye.
Hey, Corey Lover, what do you
Good
want to
morning.
add?
Well,
Good morning.
first, I just wanted to say that last month I read where there's this new something they're not sure how dogs are catching it, but it's fever and coughing. So be
Mm.
careful with that. If your dog starts coughing and it's there's nothing they can do but give it antibiotics, and it lasts for about 3 months if your dog lives, because a lot of dogs are dying.
Mm.
So that's just an FYI. I can't remember the name of what they called it, but it
But
scared me half to death.
but
Um,
what region is this in? Is it like northeast? What region, or is it all over?
you know what? I don't remember. So I know you'll Google it. But I do not remember, but it scared me half to death. I saw it on Yahoo News, if that's any help. But it's going around and they don't know what's causing it. But you need to take your dog to the vet if it's coughing, and you know how they hack. Um,
Uh huh.
I think they said 4 to 5 days, because it gets worse and worse and they have trouble breathing,
Mm. Okay. Well, that's
so
good information because I haven't heard about that.
yes, it affects the
Miss Toby
lungs.
said we had cases in Maryland. We had one case in Maryland thus far. I haven't heard
Oh,
anything about that.
yes. And I don't, if Miss Toby, good morning, Miss Toby, if she remembers the name of it, it would help because I just don't, and I should because uh it's very serious. They have lung problems, they don't breathe well, they have a hacking cough, and it's contagious. It's
Mm.
very contagious. So anyway, I came up to say that when I was moving last year, she Sophie got a piece of something and she just became very lethargic. I didn't know she got a piece of anything. Anything you drop, you're going to eat. And she was
Mhm.
like only a year old, so kind of a puppy. So anyway, she stopped eating. She stopped pooping. She got very lethargic. And I guess I'm saying this to say, on the third day of this, I rushed her to the vet. Um, and I think that's important when your dog gets to the point they're not drinking water, because that's when they die the fastest. I
Right.
took her to the vet and they did an x-ray, and whatever she had eaten, they told me it was sparkly. I have no idea what she ate sparkly, but it had moved through. She was almost ready to get rid of it, if you get what I'm saying. But
Mhm.
she was so dehydrated. Going to what Aisha said, they gave her the x-ray and they shot her up with this big huge she had a hump in her back because they
Mhm.
shot her up with fluids because she was dehydrated. You can't wait for them to drink water even after they go. It's so serious that
Right.
they do that. So if this dog has had diarrhea for 5 days and is that sick, I doubt seriously if it's drinking water, it's not drinking enough water. And she needs, instead of, I know everybody's saying pumpkin and I know that works, but after 5 days, you need to take your dog to the vet, because at the very least, even if the pumpkin and everything is working, they need that shot of fluid to get
Yeah,
them
they
on
need to
the
be
right track to get
hydrated.
hydrated. Yes.
Thank you. That's good. That's good information. Yeah, because that diarrhea it does dehydrate. It does dehydrate a human. That's what it does. It dehydrates you.
Because if you're lost somewhere and you don't have food and water, you can last pretty long without food, but no water will kill you, a human, in like 7 days. You have to be hydrated.
Okay, now
So
hey there said it's called canine infection respiratory disease complex or CIRDC.
that's it. That's it. Now that you said it, that is it. And it's very
Mm-hmm.
dangerous. And just look for, and they don't know what causes it. And and it's very contagious. And people walk their dogs, they take them to the dog park. And even where I live in my community, everyone has like a dog damn near, excuse my French. And they're just walking them, and they go behind each other and smell and do all kinds of things, and it could be laying in the grass. They just don't know. They don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just be careful. Because I know my dog. I love her to death. And when I'm sick, I go to the doctor. And so I think that it's only fair that you treat your pet the same. And that's all. That's all.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
want
true.
to sound like I don't want to sound like a weirdo dog lover, but
But
I
that's what
just
it is. You love them, and
yeah.
unfortunately, you too embarrassed to bring them over to the pet competition because you said that your dog knew so many tricks. But it's funny you didn't show up to the perfect pet competition. Hmm.
I have an excuse. My dad is dying. He's currently
Oh, I'm
dying of spinal
so sorry.
cancer. And so we
Oh my
take
God.
turns because he doesn't want hospice. So it just happened to be that my brother had to fly out of town. So I had to fly to where my dad was and take care of him for like a week and a half. So next time, hopefully, I'll be able to
No, no,
participate.
no, 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 no. Nothing. My condolences and prayers are with your family
Oh,
during
thank
this time.
you.
Don't
Thank you.
say anything else. I was just messing around,
I
and
know you were, even if he
my
wasn't
my
dying.
prayers are with you.
Even if it wasn't this particular situation, I still would have known you were just, messing with me. So
Hmm.
we've known each other for
Yes.
about over 4 years now. So I get it. I get it. We rib each other. I
Right.
turn you
Right.
up in the chats. You go up on this. We've had fun. So no harm, no foul. You still my girl, and thank you for having me. I'll let you get back to your show.
All right. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate the information.
Okay. Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye. That is another thing right here. Hey there, do not let your dog sniff another dog's poo. Yeah, because they can catch things from it. You don't know if this dog person is taking care of their dogs. Do not ever no, that's one of the things I don't do. And like the little dog, she is like good if she walks up to an area and she's sniffing to go somewhere and she walks too closely to a she like and that's what it's a wonder my other little dog did that too. She retracts like she stepped in some boiling water. She like totally retracts. But I have to keep an eye on Roscoe because he'll be like, "Oh, what's that? Who is that?" No. I I love my dog as well. Yeah. So let me see. Any more dog advice? UNC girl, if you're not busy, uh, now she's love has a pit bull. I know you. No, did you have a pit bull, UNC girl? I don't want to say because but maybe she got enough information and maybe she doesn't need any advice on a breed specific dog because, I think the information that was given was kind of universal for a sick dog. No problem. No problem. I'm glad we could help you, and I'm glad you came up to ask because I don't know everything, and two heads are better than one. So I'm glad you asked, and I hope you know I hope everything works out for you and your pet. Glad I woke up and caught this information. Thanks, ladies. No, thank you for being here. I'm glad you're here. I don't believe Yvette would give her a Saturday appointment when the dog has been sick for 3 days now. Uh, Well, okay. Hey, break girl Haley, how you doing? Yeah. I hope take him to the vet is my advice. I'm sick myself. I'm gonna take you to the vet then. Will the vet see you as well? A two for one, a twofer. Oh my god. I used to have a vet. My vet was on one corner of my street. I lived on the other corner of the street. So when I would get ready to take the dogs to the vet, I would just walk them down to the vet, because it was easier and stuff. And they be able to, take their little pee before they get to the vet because I always want them to pee before they get there. And then after the second visit to the vet, it came a point where my dog didn't want to step his foot in the parking lot of the vet office. Well, I think that was after I got him neutered, though. He didn't want to step his foot in the dog office. And when I got him neutered, uh, that was the only dog that I had to have neutered. Rascal, he was already neutered. But I didn't realize that they totally take the whole sack out. I thought it was like a vasectomy. I didn't know. And when I got the dog back, he had the cone on his head and he was frothing at the mouth, mad. He was at the vet tech who was bringing him out, and I was like, "What's wrong?" And he was and she was like, "Oh, he's not happy with us. We took his jewels." And I said, "You took them?" And she's like, "Yeah, they're gone. We totally take." I was like, "Oh my god!" That was the first time that I realized that they totally take them out. And he was like frothing at the mouth, girl. He was mad, mad, mad. So yeah, yes, they actually will. They did my dog the same way. I'm not just talking. I know. So they may not be able to get her in. What sh- what she should do is take the dog to the emergency room vet. Yes, they have plenty of emergency room vets. That is an option that you can have. Yeah, she loves. You might want to try to get your dog in quicker, uh, and call around to maybe a different vet can get you in. If you say real concerned about I feel like he's dehydrated and this, that, and my vet has been cussing me out for the last 6 years about not getting him neutered. Yeah, because they can get well, I think the reason why is because they can catch different diseases and things like that. Oh, Corio love us back. Hey, Corio. Hey, Corio.
Hey, Boo. I just wanted to say that vet care is very expensive, and it's hard, but they have nonprofit organizations that you can go to, and the fee will be minimum or $0. So don't let because I'm gonna tell you, when I took Sophie in for this issue I talked about earlier, just the visit, the X-ray, and the big shot of fluid that they put in her back, I was there for like maybe 35 minutes. It cost $250. So it can be very expensive. Um, but look, if I'm not trying to, count your pockets or anything, and it's probably not even an issue for you, but just, there are profits you could call around, and they'll see her for minimum or $0. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, thank you for that advice. I appreciate that.
Okay, and I will not be back up, I promise.
Well, you
Bye.
can. You're more than welcome to come back up if you like. So there's no
Thank you.
problem. Bye bye,
Okay,
Corio.
bye bye.
Bye bye. Yeah. I never had a. Hold on. I've never had the issue of not being able to get in with my dog, but yeah, it's very stressful, and I never had a bad emergency. Unfortunately, my Shih Tzu, she got hit by a car, and it was it was traumatic. It was horrifying. Uh, she got hit by a car, and she got hit by a car, and um, it's always I feel that it's always the pet owner's fault if your dog get hit by a car because there's something that you didn't do right, and that's just the bottom line. So she got hit by a car. It was some idiot hit her. You know, he was coming to the stop sign, and I'm like, how did you hit my dog? But I didn't realize that she was walking behind me, and she had like, you know, come out of the door that I didn't close all the way, and she was behind me, and then I just heard a squeak and it sounded like a stuffy toy squeaking, and I turned around and she was laid out in the street, and then the one vet was on the corner, and there was another vet one block up from where I live. And at that exact moment, a little while after that, this lady came to the stop sign, and she worked at the vet up the street. She was leaving home from work because it was after vet hours, and she turned the corner, and you know, we had picked her up, and she was still living. And then the lady said, I'll take her to the to my job. I work right up the street, and I I called the vet like 10 minutes later, and then she said she passed away when we were on our way up there. And you know, it's like it's really hard. I've lost dogs too. You know, I used to put her little. She was a little Shih Tzu, long hair, but I used to keep her cut close down, and I used to let her wear her hair in two ponytails. And so I asked them, could they give me, you know, cut her two ponytails off for me. So when I went to get the ponytails, they also had the heart shaped clay with her paw prints in there. And so it's like it's very, very hard. So yeah, that was the most traumatic thing that I had to go through with my dog. So okay, well, anything else you wanna? Okay, there, my dog is 9, and I'll be getting neutered under 26. I was trying to hold off for a doggy girlfriend, but I give up now. Um, you know, sometimes I'd be like, ah, you know, okay, never mind. What? Never mind. What? Did I miss something? I got my Shih Tzu new spayed after her first menstrual cycle. It was a mess. It was a mess. And I'm walking her, I'm all out walking her. She had her little doggy belt on with her little pad on, and her hair was covering her so you couldn't tell. And dogs was howling, and pickup trucks spinning in circles, howling in the air. This one dog ran across the street. It was a mess. And they was like, you're not supposed to take the dog out when she's on the cycle. Dogs will kill her trying to get to her. I was like, oh shoot, I didn't know. So it was that. Then I took Saucy. I took her to get fixed after her little first little stint. So I got them fixed quick, and I kind of wish I didn't get either one of them fixed and had bred them, but they're so small. My dogs, my girl dogs, have always been small. So if you don't get your boy dog neutered, down the road you can have problems with cancer, testicular cancer, and things like that. Is what I've been told. I don't know if that's something they like try to put on your heart to make you get them neutered, you know, real quick because they don't want the pet population to explode because there's so many unwanted dogs. So, but I do hear that that can be a problem as your dog gets older and is not neutered. So, has anybody else heard that? Baby, that is why I avoid girl dogs. It is devastating. I have had one, two, I've had three dogs pass away. After the third dog passed away, I said, I am never getting any more dogs. I'm not getting any more dogs. I just am not getting any more dogs. But I I have two more dogs now. So I got the one dog. I rescued him, and then I was like, he needs a mate. He needs a mate. He needs a friend because my first two dogs, my Shih Tzu and my Lhasa Apso, they were like buddies. They were good friends. And when the Shih Tzu passed away, I remember my Lhasa Apso would just go over to her little bed, and he used to always get in her bed to piss her off, and she had to growl at him and make him move and fight him and make him move. But she was the boss anyway, so she didn't have to do that much fighting. But after she passed away, he would not get in her bed, but he would go to her bed and lay his head on her bed. So if you have more than one pet, you understand that your pet also grieves the loss of its companion as well. So we were both a mess. Okay, so okay, let me see. Female dogs are so sweet. Not all the time. Female dogs can be bossy. Not that they're mean, but they are bossy. They like to run the show. Yeah, I understand. I definitely understand that. I had a girl pit bull, and her cycle was my little boy dog, which is a palm. She always tried to hump her. We bred her, and she had 9 healthy puppies. So I had 11 dogs at once. I loved my babies, so yeah, that happened to us. I have a mini doxy. His one ball didn't drop, and we had to pay a cute little bill to get him neutered. It would lead to cancer, so we paid it. Total was 1,500. Mm. Yeah, I can't even remember how much it was to get my dog neutered. Yeah, it takes you a long time. And when I got Rascal done, I got they had a place. They had a place at the they had a once a month or once every month, every other month thing at the Humane Society where they did the dogs. Was that no? That I didn't get Rascal done. That was Saucy. When I got Saucy fixed, they had every other month at the Humane Society. They did low cost surgeries at the Humane Society. So I took her in there, and I was seeing all these dogs coming out. Who had gotten neutered, and they were looking all lost, and they were like looking like, "Oh, I need a hug," and I was like, "Oh, I remember that look." You take these boy dogs' little balls off, and they are shook. Every you could tell every dog that was a male dog because they had that shook look on their face. It's like really brutal for the dog. I am telling you. Did you guys notice that when you got your male dogs done? My dog only has one draw ball, and they told us he could get can. Oh, okay, and I couldn't do it. I was happy puppy mommy at the time. Yeah, that is one of the things that they tell you. So I've definitely heard that. I would never get a girl dog again. My first and last female dogs are real sentimental and have attitudes. They definitely have attitudes. Shoot, my Shih Tzu, she used to get mad at me. She come sit right dab in front of me and with her back towards me, and then she'll turn around and look at me, and then turn back around pouting and shit. And then I would have to get down on the floor. Oh, what's the matter? Are you okay? I had to kiss the dog's ass. I really had to kiss the dog's ass because she wanted me to know that she was mad at me. She was pouting. So that's how I was when my stepdad passed away. One of my dogs went in a deep depression. I would drop my dogs off at my parents' house when I went to work, and he was always with them. Yeah, dogs definitely go through that. Yeah, I definitely understand that. So, um, anything else? Did anybody else want to hit the link? It was fun talking about our dogs. I didn't know so many people were pet owners, but I am so glad that she came up to talk about her dog, and we guys could help her out. Sophie has an attitude constantly and gives me the side eye, and I swear she rolls her eyes too. I understand. I understand. Sounds like my buddy. Hey, Truth and Wit Reason. Dogs are just humans with fur. Yes, they are. Just humans with fur. But yeah, I love my little doggies. I definitely love my little doggies. Let me see. Those are my little doggies. The white one that's saucy, and the black and white one that's rascal. And he is a rascal. I'm a dog owner again. Oh, that look like, is that a pit bull or a or mastiff? The minute my dog sees that I'm that damn groomer, he automatically stalls and runs under the damn furniture. Oh, my dog he gets happy when he goes to the groomer. He be jumping all on it like, "Hey, girl, hey, who in here? Let him know Rascal here. I'm finna wreck shop up in here." He be happy when he goes to the groomer. He just, and they just like, "Oh, he's so cute," as they rubbing him under his ears. I was like, "Bitch, he ain't got no mats. My dog don't get mad at," and they be, "Oh, okay, he has no mats." I'm like, "No shit." They be pawing your dog and stuff, trying to make sure they ain't got no upcharge to give you and stuff. They go under his armpits and stuff. I'm like, "No, my dog don't have no mats." So yeah, okay. Okay, I saw that one. He's a pocket bully, full of love, and he'll be 2 in March. Oh, that's a little bulldog. What's a dappy? Dappy doxer. I know what a I know what a doxy is, but I don't know what a dappy doxer is. Yes, same with me, Miss Toby. All right, guys. Well, it's been definitely a great chat, great talking to you. You guys have any closing words? You ever watch those mango worm video removals from the dogs? That shit looks disgusting and skin. What is a mango worm? You mean like bot flies or something like that? What is a mango worm? I am not the boss. My dogs are. I understand. But what is a mango worm, Mike Lewis, or anybody in the chat? I've never heard of that. Oh, it's similar to a bot fly. Okay, I'll Google them. Mine is neutral. She doesn't care. I think she's a diva and understands the assignment. She goes in there like a rich woman. Like, "Hey, do your job. Do your job. Hey, let me see. Yeah, cut that nail a little. Grind that nail down a little further. You're not gonna get a tip. Okay, here, put some turns her butt around here. Make sure you trim my booty real good." Yeah, so I understand. Y'all may not want to take my dog outside again. Mango worms, Lord, I'd never heard of them either. Can I post a link for you to watch it later? Yeah, you gotta hit, but you have to hit you have to come up like you're and drop it in the back chat for you to be able to drop a link. So you have to come up, and I don't have to bring you up, but just drop it in the back chat. It's called a supplies charge. And like, who am I? And I already tell you guys, like, I ain't gonna lie. I always, if I don't want no problems, you see, you guys see my dogs. If I don't want no problems, see, I have my own little I have my own little clipper kits and stuff, and I have my own little shears and things like that, because I don't want no problems. And every so often, I have to lift the tail. Rascal got a little pom pom tail because he's a short. He doesn't have a long tail like a Shih Tzu. He's a Shih Tzu poodle mix, and he has a short tail, so he has a hairy pom pom. And every so often, I had to like look under that pom pom to make sure the shoot is hair free, and if not, I'm back there there cutting and snipping because I don't want no dingleberries left back there. So having these type of dogs as opposed to those short hair dogs, you're gonna be back there in some booty hole. And my husband be like, well, what are you doing to the dog's butt? And it just like he sits, he knows exactly what I'm doing. Oh, you all in the dog's butt. He makes me sick. Oh, I'm sorry. There's the link. Okay. Don't watch the video. Please don't watch. You'll thank me later. Oh my God. How long are the worms? I never heard of these. You need 2 to 3 jobs, 3 to 4 jobs to afford grooming and a vet. Yeah, I would recommend anybody when they have a young puppy to get some vet insurance. I would definitely recommend that. It's less expensive, and that's the best time to get it when your dog is a puppy. Because if you try to get it after the dog is no longer a puppy, then it's not even worth having because it's so little that you can write off on that. Okay, Mike, here's the link again. Hey, Gummy, how are you? We sitting up here talking about our pets, girl. Okay, so I'm waiting on Mike to hit the link. While Mike hit the link, I'll do a recap of what I talked about today so long ago. Okay, I talked about somebody cried in the car. Somebody for some reason cried in the car. Where is my? She cried in the car. Okay, your device. Okay, all right, Mike. Just drop it in the back chat, or unless you want to come up. Okay, he's gonna drop it in the back chat. Okay, so we had somebody who cried in the car behind this one right here, saying some foul stuff about her child who did not make it. But then after that, all right, I got it, Mike. I'm gonna let you down, Mike. Okay, let me kick Mike from the studio. Okay, so we after this foul chick right here said something about her child that did not make it. So how do you let this one get you out of your body about words that said over the internet that you go back to your page and put something like this down? Uh, I'm concerned. Let's go, Ho. And then has the CPS number on their community wall. Over some words, you could have logged out. This happened on your bitch's page, and your bitch let her back up there after she said that. But you were really in your feelings about it, and how come you ain't slide her? Because you don't, you slide like no other, but now you sliding over here to make a false CPS claim. So that's what happened. That's what I saw happen in the beef sector. So yeah, it seems like Big Worm got the best of this person, and they're talking about calling CPS over some deplorable words, nonetheless. Let's be clear, real deplorable words, but they were words. Okay, so and I also talked about 50 Cent is now 50 Cent is now offering Taraji P. Hinton a contract to do television and movies to pay her what her worth is. So those are the things that I talked about, and then we start talking about our dogs and what are the best methods to care for our dogs. Someone had a sick dog, and we went into that about our pets. Great live, and thanks for having me on your panel. Thanks, mods and chats as well. Okay, thank you, Mike Lewis. I'm going to hit this link so I can save it. So look, Mike, they're in Africa. I ain't no telling what you about to have me see, Mike. Uh, They don't have this in America, obviously, Mike. So this is disgusting already because I know it's gonna be bad. Oh my god. Okay. So I don't know how bad it's gonna be, but they're in Africa, so I know it's something. Wait a minute. She said call CPS was not needed, but now she wants it done. Yeah, when when we actually heard something concerning, it was like, oh, she just did this, and I wouldn't say all that is needed, but when words are when we hear a suspected slap on her daughter, this former CPS worker says that, oh, it's not needed because we don't know if that happened, and we don't know this, and we don't know that. But when it's words against her that hurts her feelings, we got a whole post about she is in fear at she is in fear. I'm concerned. Let's go. What are you concerned about? But you weren't concerned when other people were concerned, and you tried to poo-poo other people who are concerned. See, look, these people are just a mess out here, and they're trying to play with people real life when their feelings get hurt. But I thought this was the slide a bitch. I can't nobody slide a bitch like me. Girl, bye. Listen, if you guys want this link, I'm going to give you guys this link. I don't know what to expect. Mike Lewis, if you guys see something on here that is totally disgusting, blame Mike Lewis. It is not me. So it is mango worms being removed from a dog. I haven't viewed it yet, and I'm just going to put a disclaimer out there. So the next time you see Mike Lewis, if you click on this and are totally disgusted, understand that child bye. Understand that I clicked on here and I see these people, they look like they're in Africa. So that should be a heads up that this may be some type of worm we're not familiar with our dogs having. So I don't think that he's saying it's a threat to our. That's a StreamYard link. I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm glad you told me that. Okay. I don't think it's a threat that we will have to see in our dogs, but let me copy it. But I think Mike just want to gross us out. So I've never heard of this worm, and I don't think that they. Mike, do they affect dogs in the United States, or are you just trying to gross us out? Thank you, UNC girl. I appreciate that. I'm waiting on Mike. We're gonna beat up Mike Lewis. I was told no. So why do you put this in here? Now you're gonna make me make a bad choice of if I want. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think I'm gonna watch it. And see, I can watch pimple popping all day. I can watch cysts being drained. I can watch ingrown toenails being dug out. I can watch a lot of gross stuff that my husband don't understand. Why you watching that nasty shit again? But I don't think I'm gonna watch this, Mike. I'm just gonna be honest. Okay. Well, thank you guys for being here. Uh, that's the link again one more time. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show, and that's it because I want y'all minds to be messed up like how the video had. No, okay. I now thank you. You have solidified that I will not be watching that. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. God bless you. And I'll see you guys on the YouTube streets. And have a good night. Have a good day. Bye bye.